Welcome to day 19 of the 25 most notable bourbons of 2022.
And this just in for today. This one.
The question mark on that.
And let's go find out what it is. Hello and welcome back. Yes, welcome. If you're just joining us, why today? But
Your life is chaotic, and I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, maybe it was because of whatever this is why you clicked on it. I don't know.
That's why you clicked.
But we don't know what was in this vial. Poured it in here. We're gonna blind review it and then reveal it to ourselves. You already know, you lucky duck. Oh, the nose.
That is delightful.
Wow.
It smells very complex to me. Like
that is.
You want to go first?
No, I was just gonna say that is a near perfect nose.
It's got these like mulled wine spices and dark berry, like the kind of berry, in that you would get from a wine. And then also there's a little bit of butterscotch. And I love those like spice with the sweet.
Creamy and
very,
rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stone fruits, just richness and creaminess and velvety flowing curtains of waterfalls. But you do go chasing these waterfalls, because wow. Oh,
that made me so uncomfortable.
But yeah, great nose. I could smell this all day, but let's drink it to your health.
Oh my, that is buttery.
Whoa, mouthfeel, and
the mouthfeel. Even the butteriness of the mouthfeel carries into the finish. There's a little bit of tobacco in there, but otherwise it's mostly just these like light. Again, it's buttery in the way of like when I think about a butterscotch dissolving on your tongue, like the way it coats your mouth. It's got that sweet and spice.
It also has a little bit of leather on the finish. It goes a little bit leather, so we might be dealing with something that has a decent amount of age on it.
I'm just getting like those nice dark fruits with a little bit of cinnamon, maybe just a hint of pepper and some really silky caramel.
Wow,
throughout the whole thing.
I haven't even thought about the spice yet. I was just
oh yeah, it's there.
I was just visiting.
It's not overwhelming though. I think it's definitely balanced and delicate, playing with the other flavors that are going on. I feel like this is one, every time I sip it, I'm like, oh, that's different. Oh, that's new.
There's almost like a root beer sort of underneath there. Like, I think the things that you listed are very much what comes forward first. But like there's almost like I think we've had this discussion before on here about
like
what the root of root beer is, and now I can't remember what it is, but yeah, sort of like
Google can tell us.
Yeah, sort of like that. It's got, how root beer has a little bit of a, I don't know, I'm not a root beer fan, but like a twang to it, sort of has that little zip.
Sure. It's been an age since I've had a root beer.
Yeah, but I kind of get that going towards the finish also.
I could get with some like cola notes. I think as like the finish sets in, that pepper note sits a little bit.
There is a black pepper, yeah.
It's not super strong, it's not off-putting, but it just a little.
You know what I'm actually surprised is not happening? Is a big Kentucky hug. Are you getting it?
I'm getting, it's mild. I thought that was your lead into the plugs for a second when you're like, you know what I'm not getting? Why they haven't bought these shirts.
Why they haven't bought... Let's just go ahead and do it.
Okay.
I don't get why they haven't bought this pocket tee. You can put your Glencairn in it. It says it's Bourbonnight on the back with a logo. But anyway, whiskyambitions.com is our home on the internet for our Glencairns, but also our Copitas and our rocks glasses and water glasses, and of course our t-shirts, hats, long sleeves, bottle cut candles, and more. That's always coming soon. That's whiskyambitions.com.
Yes, glassware, apparel, and candles, if you want to shorten it up. But you can also become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join our community for as little as $1 a month. That is where we release our barrel picks, very exciting stuff coming out and on into 2023, so go check it out.
Now, I was saying, like, I'm getting it more in the mouth than in the chest. And I would think, because it does have a perception of proof, I feel like this might be a very deceptive proof, so I don't even want to venture a guess, but I feel like it is barrel proof at least. you would think, or at least I would, that it would be here in the chest feels, and I haven't really gotten that over my. I think I've done like 3 sips so far.
It's a little bit more of a gentle hug. I think it's a slow build, but it definitely is building. I do think like that leather tobacco, there's definitely some oak in here, but it's, again, none of these things are like jumping out and smacking you in the face. So I think it is maybe sneakily being older than we might suspect. What do you think it is?
Well, I think it's from Heaven Hill. That's what I'm kind of thinking.
Okay, so you've narrowed it down to like two or three things.
Actually, we have 3 things. From there.
So you really haven't narrowed it down.
No, but I'm just saying. I at first sniff and sip, I thought maybe a different distillery, but now I'm thinking Heaven Hill. But
my best guess, because I've only tasted it once, might be the Parker's, but I don't know.
Yeah. Parker's or maybe the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, but it could. With the age, it's probably more likely the Heaven Hill 17.
Yeah.
But let's find out. It
is
the Heaven Hill 17. Yeah.
Wow. I don't remember all of those like dark berry and those like mulled wine spice notes on it, but I love it.
Wow.
This was one of my, as soon as we tried this media sample, I was like, that might be my favorite thing of the year.
Yeah.
Just that mouthfeel is outrageous. And it's such a bummer because it's really not out there.
It's really not. I mean, some people have some bottles and then they're lucky. But
I like this because like if you're at a bar, if you're traveling with friends and you see a bottle and you're like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't
then
I?
you should.
Then you should.
As long as it's not astronomical.
Right. If you
as long
have
as people
the money,
aren't getting greedy.
Right. If you have the money and the opportunity and the desire to do it, then I think that you should. And this one would not be a disappointment. Deceptive
in proof, as we were saying, 118.2 proof.
Yeah, I never felt like it was over 120.
I feel like the first sip, I felt like it was the highest, and then, well, you know, it's pretty natural, right? Your tongue gets acclimated, but
well, you were saying like how it didn't wasn't a huge hug, and I feel like that's fitting for that proof.
Yeah, for under 120, that, you know, for us proof hounds, that can make sense. So this is a blend of 28% of 20-year-old barrels, 44% of 19-year-old barrels, and 28% of 17-year-old barrels.
Yeah, so as I said, I think this one was like sneakily older than we were perceiving it to be. Maybe it's that blend.
It's really interesting because, you know, the law says the youngest in the blend, if you're going to do an age statement, has to be that. So that's why they have to put 17. But it's interesting because the lion's share, 44% of it, is actually a 19-year-old.
Wild. I didn't get, and for me, that's usually way too much oak. Even like with Elijah Craig 18-year, too much oak for me.
Well, it might be the marriage of the barrels. I think it's the marriage of the barrels, and it might be the proving down of the Elijah Craig 18, where all you're left with once it's, you know, the flavors are kind of, depending on how you look at it, stripped away, whatever. That you're left with only the oak, and that's why I feel that way. But nose.
It was just in perfect balance. I don't know.
In fact, it was so perfect for me that I was wondering if it even was the 17-year. I was like, because, you know, you think with something age stated 17, you'd be like, I feel like I should be getting more oak on this. But yeah,
that's why I said it's sneaky.
So perfect.
Yeah.
I don't even think we have to ask ourselves why we put this in here. I mean, we got the media sample. We unfortunately don't have a full bottle, but we can't complain because we have been able to. Yeah, I mean, once we tried that media sample, we're like, okay, this is definitely best of the year. Contend worthy, and I don't even know what else to add on top of that.
Neither do I.
I don't even think we should.
This one speaks for itself. The first time we sampled it on live, it spoke for itself. We knew immediately.
My goodness.
I think that does it.
Well, hey, yeah, that's where we gotta leave it. If you haven't subscribed to us already, you can do so by clicking right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here, and we hope to see you over there in one of those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay, see you all tomorrow. Until then, drink more bourbon.